Hello everyone and welcome to another week of D-Day Dice here on the World War II Solitaire board game channel. Wow, we have finally ended here. This is the last video of me covering the basic game of D-Day Dice. This is the last map, Pegasus Bridge. Now, this is not an easy map, and that is for one reason. If you see that icon there, that means we are going to have trouble finding men. And that one is called A Few Good Men Left, I think. A Few Good Men, it means. And what that means is that we're going to lose soldiers, basically. During our rolling of the dice, if we gain 8 soldiers, we have to divide it by 2, so we only gain 4 soldiers. If we would get 9 soldiers, we would have to round down, so we would still just get 4 soldiers. So this is tricky. Another problem with this map is that you cannot choose your starting location, you have to roll for it. And the third and final thing which makes this map special is that it's not enough to conquer the bunker. We have to conquer the bunker and then move on up on Pegasus Bridge, and on Pegasus Bridge we need to roll one more time and also survive on that place. So that basically sector 14 is gonna be the bunker. We are gonna go ahead and not use the parachute flare. We use the wire cutters, which is something that is unique for this map. Lets us ignore one barriers. There's lots of barriers, as you can see, over here, and all the way up here. So hopefully that can help us. If we can get it early in the game, we can stay in one of the starting areas. However, it's gonna be a little bit difficult. Since soldiers are so hard to come by on this map, it is extremely important to get the medic. You will also want to get the Beachmaster, and if you can gain also the Pathfinder and the Veteran, that's also going to be good. Of course, the Paratrooper. So soldiers that are earned with awards are not divided. Only, also from items, only soldiers that you gain with rolling. Okay, so we're gonna start by rolling a d6 to see where we start. I would prefer to start in 2. 3 would also be good. This sector is really not good to start with, because then you lose one of the side sectors since you can't go back to where you previously been. Okay, we get sector 3, which is completely fine with me. So we start with 3 soldiers. You see this one, I'm squeezing it, but it's still so flimsy. Just turn to 2 without me even touching it. And then we also start with 1 star. Okay. Well, stars is gonna be what I want primarily, but I'm also gonna be looking for item points. I need the wire cutters. If I could get them now, I could move into the next area here, which is very beneficial since it's a low combat factor. So stars I would say, but now mainly actually tools, but after that stars. And we got 2 tools, so I think I'm gonna have to go for them. The soldiers, it's a shame to waste them, but I'm gonna have to. And we got 1 more. Let's see if we can just get 1 more, because that's just 6 item points. It's not quite enough. Oh yeah, that's perfect. We got 12 item points, 1 star, 2 soldiers. I could not have asked for a better roll. Also, since this is a special find, that gives me an RWB. I can choose to find a used item, which I don't have a used item, or 4 soldiers. So 4 soldiers from the RWB, and then 2 soldiers here. And half of that is obviously going to be free. So we go from 3 soldiers to 6 soldiers. We gain 1 star, so we're up to 2 stars now. And then we gain a total of 12 item points. Perfect. We adjust our unit die, and we go ahead and purchase the wire cutters for 10 points. We're down to 2 points now. And I cannot afford a medic yet, I'm afraid. So we'll have to wait with that. We take 2 damage, we go from 6 to 4. And then we roll again, and now I'm gonna be looking for stars mainly. Unfortunately, no stars, but we have an RWB here, which is pretty nice because that's going to give me 2 stars. So I'll save that, and then we actually have one more RWB. So this RWB gives us 5 soldiers, plus 6, that's 11, turns into 5 soldiers, so we go from 4 to 9 soldiers. And then with this one, we get 2 stars and 17 item points. So that's going to be, let's see, 19 item points. All right, do I want to buy something? I think I'll save my item points for a while. We're adjust the unit die, and I recruit the medic for 4 stars. We take 2 hits, turns into 1 thanks to the medic. We go from 9 to 8 soldiers. And one last roll, and now we're looking for stars. And I got 1 star. I think I'll save 1 courage because I am going to need 1 courage later as I advance. Whoops. I'll re-roll all of them. Very good. No RWB, but you can't always get that. Okay, so I gain 3 stars. And then I gain 1 soldier. Oops, sorry. It's 0 soldiers because 1 divided by 2, that's a half. I get 2 courage. And I believe I'm not going to go for the Pathfinder. Pathfinder gives me 1 soldier every time that I move. And it's much better than to get the Beachmaster, as both of them are a reserve specialist. I can only get 1. I'm going to be moving, let's see here. I'm not even sure I want to go here because that means I can't go up here. So I might want to save that wire cutters for going up here instead. I think that's a smarter move. I can move up here, and then up. So if I do the Beachmaster, it's going to gain me 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 soldiers from the Beachmaster. If I get the Pathfinder, it's going to gain me, let's see here now. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I gain 5 from the Pathfinder, so I'm definitely not going to get that. I'm going to get the Beachmaster for 3 stars, and this is somewhat of a gamble because there's a machine gun icon up here. So if I move up there and I get a star, that's going to be 6 soldiers dead. Okay, so we adjust our unit die. Let's see, do we want to purchase any item? I believe not right now. Okay, so we advance, we spend 1 courage doing so. We gain 3 soldiers from the Beachmaster. See, from 8 to 11. And then we have the machine gun. 2 soldiers turns into 1 thanks to the medic, so we go down to 10 soldiers. Okay, so one thing to note here with the A Few Good Men rule is that it's only active in phase 1 and phase 2. So phase 1 is when you roll the dice, and phase 2 is when you do your upkeep. You get your RWB bonuses, and you get the resources from your dice. So the Beachmaster, that's only active in phase 5, which is movement. So that's why you don't have to half your soldiers or divide by 2, basically. Okay, so we're in a good sector. We're gonna stay here, relax. Might want to get the what's this called, the Minesweeper. Not sure yet. We'll see what we roll. Okay, I'm gonna go. Should I go with more of these tools? Because we have 1 tool here. It's unfortunate that we do not have the Scout. I think I'll go with the stars. And I'll roll again. Okay. So we get 3 stars, that's a total of 3. We get 2 free tools, that's 6 item points. We go from 19 to 25. And the 1 soldier we don't get, unfortunately, because that's half a soldier. We can't get a half a guy. 2 soldiers lost turns into 9 thanks to our medic. And we go again. And I'm gonna go with the star and the courage. And I'll go with the star and the courage. Let's see, battle cry, that gives me 2 stars. It's worth it. See if I can get, I'm gonna reroll that. A star would be nice. Instead I get one of those, damn. Okay, so I'll just cancel a star with that. So I get an RWB, which will give me 2 stars. Then I gain 1 star from the die. 3 courage, we're up to 4, and then 1 item point due to that thing there. We adjust our unit die and we recruit. We're gonna go ahead and get the captain. I think that's something we're gonna need. Not sure about the veteran, maybe later. Okay, 4 stars, we go down to 2. All right, and then we roll for the last time the machine gun, and we lose 1 courage. And last time rolling in this sector. Okay, so might want to save these soldiers now before I start running low. I'll go for the star as well. I was hoping for an RWB. There we go. Okay. So we cancel that with that. We change the color to blue with the captain. That gives us an RWB for 8 soldiers, and then we gain 3 more. That's 11. Turns into 5. We go from 9 to 14 soldiers. And then we gain 1 star and 1 item point. Perfect. We adjust our unit die and we have to move now over the minefield. We lose 3 soldiers, becomes 2 thanks to the medic. We're down to 12. And then we lose 4 more, goes to 3 thanks to the medic. We're down to 9 men. And we adjust our unit die and we go again. So we're doing pretty good so far. Here we're gonna get +1 star each turn, so that's pretty good. So I'm feeling confident at the moment. And we got some nice stars. I'm gonna go with those. Gonna keep rolling. Keep on rolling. Unfortunately, no RWB this time. But we get 3 stars thanks to this. We're up to 6. 3 item points. We're up to 30. 1 courage and 1 soldier. 2 divided by 2 is 1. We adjust our unit die and I think we're gonna go ahead and buy some stuff. Let us get the Bangalore torpedo first of all for 20 item points. And that makes us go from 30 to 10. And recruiting, let's go ahead and just get the lieutenant. He's too good to ignore. Roll the 6 metal dice, and that's a pretty good roll. Not too many skulls. It's really frustrating when you get the lieutenant and then you don't get a good roll with him. We decrease our stars by 4, we're down to 2, and then we take 4 damage again, becomes 3 thanks to the medic. We're down to 7 soldiers. I don't like when my soldiers are down to 1 number. That's not a good feeling. Gonna save the soldiers, go for that RWB. Save those soldiers and go for the RWB. I'll re-roll this. Let's see here. Okay, I can't get 2 RWBs no matter how I do it. So we'll do like this. I'll change, let's see here. I'll change this to red with the captain. That's an RWB for 5 troops. And then we have 6, that's 11, 12, 13. That turns into 6 soldiers. We go from 7 to 13 soldiers. And we gain 1 courage. We're up to 5. Adjust that unit die. And I think we'll recruit... Let's see here. We need a hero. Now that's unfortunate, because I have the Beachmaster, so I could just get the decoy instead. The decoy is a fantastic card in some scenarios. It's a unique specialist, sacrificed to the decoy to prevent the specialist from being lost. You don't need to have said specialist in your unit. So I could sacrifice the decoy instead of the hero, which is good, because I cannot recruit the hero since I already got the Beachmaster, which is a reserve specialist. You can only get one of those, and the hero is also one of those. However, that's a problem for later in the game. Also, I should get 1 star, thanks to standing on this area. So, should I get the scout, the corporal, or the sharpshooter? I think we're gonna go with the scout, just for the sole reason that the earlier that you get the scout, the more beneficial he is, just like the medic. So we go down to 1 star. We take 4 hits, becomes free thanks to the medic, and we're down to 10 soldiers. And then we have 1 last turn in this sector. And I'll re-roll this one. Okay, I think that's a pretty good roll. We go with the stars, and then we'll save the soldiers too. We have a nice chance of a RWB here. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's go again. That's really unfortunate. Okay, so let's do this. We change the skull for this soldier. And that gives us an RWV for 8 soldiers. 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 becomes 6. We go from 10 to 16 soldiers. And then we gain 2 stars free with the map, and we're up to 4 stars now. And let's change our die back before we forget. We get 1 item point thanks to the scout. And now we're gonna recruit, and I'll get the corporal first. I think he's better. Let's see, let's just put it like this. Decrease by 2 stars. And then we move up ahead to sector 4. We have mines again. Let's hope for a nice roll. A nice roll of 3 is very good. We go from 16 to 14. We save 1 man with the medic. And then we lose 4 more. Turns into 3. Because of the medic, we're down to 11 men now. Okay, so we have 3 turns in this sector. There's not much more that I want to recruit. I want to get the sharpshooter, the paratrooper, and the decoy. That's 6 stars. We have to... we're going to get 1 courage every turn here, so we don't need to worry about the courage too much. I'm going to buy the whistle as usual. So I think we're doing pretty good so far. So mainly going to go for stars still. Okay, that's a very good roll. And save that too. And then we grab this one. We change that for a star with the lieutenant. We change the color of that star with the captain to red. That's an RWB. Leadership gives us 2 courage. And this RWB battle cry gives us 2 stars. We're up to 4. We gain 3 stars from the dice, we're up to 7. We gain 3 courage plus 1 from the sector, that's 4 courage. We go from 7 to 11 courage. And then we get 1 item point thanks to the scout. We adjust our unit die and we recruit. This time we go for the sharpshooter. For 2 stars we go from 7 to 5. And then we go ahead and buy the captured motorcycle for 3 item points. We go from 12 to 9. And we sacrifice that one right away. And next turn we will roll a supply die. Thanks to that. Let's go ahead and get our plastic die back. And now we have to take damage. We have to take 4 damage, turns into 3 thanks to the medic. So 11 goes to 8. Now we're back to having 1 number of soldiers. I don't like that. We go ahead and roll for our second turn in this sector. Lots of skulls. I don't really need more stars, to be quite honest. I have 5 stars. I only want to recruit soldiers. It's going to cost me 4 stars. So we're going to go with the soldiers for now. Let's put them here. And reroll all of these. Yeah, not a very good roll. Let's keep going. Gonna re-roll this one. Okay. Not the best roll I had. We're gonna change. Let's see, we'll change the 2 soldiers with 1 of the stars. With the lieutenant. So that gives us an RWB. We change the color to blue with the captain. That's an RWB for 5 soldiers. 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. That's 7 soldiers. We go from 8 to 15. We have 15 men. Okay. And then we gain 1 courage from the map. 2 stars. That's 7 now. And 1 item point thanks to our scout. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's get our die back. And let's get rid of this. I think I'm gonna wanna go for item points because with the flamethrower I can also save 10 men. So that's gonna be really good. I can also get the field radio, which gives me 5 soldiers. I can get the walkie-talkie, which gives me 2 soldiers. So there's a bunch of stuff I can get. I need to get the whistle though. So let's get the whistle before we forget, which is gonna let us advance for free. That's 7 item points. We go from 10 to 3. And recruiting, let's go ahead and get let's get the paratrooper for 2 stars. And we sacrifice him right away. Sacrifice again a reinforcements to RWB. That's 8 soldiers, and we're in phase 4 now, so we don't have to divide it by 2. And that's all we can do for this round. I'm gonna keep recruiting because I have a surplus of stars in the next turn. We lose 4 soldiers, becomes 3 thanks to the medic. We're down to 20 soldiers. And we spend 1 last turn in the last sector, or in this sector. Still looking for soldiers, so we're gonna go with these chaps and re-roll. Not quite what I was looking for, so we'll go again. Okay. We use our corporal to re-roll that skull. And we got a skull again, so we just use the sharpshooter to get rid of that. Let's see here now. I'll change the color to blue. Or actually what we'll do is I'll change the skull. Instead of cancelling it with the sharpshooter, I change the skull with the lieutenant. Then I change the color to blue with the scout, which gives me an RWB. So I have 2 RWBs. Let's start with the item ones. So that gives me 4 soldiers. This RWB gives me 8 soldiers. That's 12 soldiers. 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15 soldiers. 15 soldiers turns into 7. We go up to 27 soldiers. We have 3 tools, plus 1 from the scout. That makes 12 item points. We go from 3, let's see, 3 to, what did I say, 12, that's 15 then. 15 item points. Okay, so I still need 5 more item points for the flamethrower. We adjust our unit die. We should gain 1 courage from the map. And we are going to go ahead and recruit something. Let's go ahead and get the decoy before I do something silly and forget. We're down to 3 stars. And we advance. As we advance, we spend 2 courage. We're down to 11. And then we gain 3 soldiers thanks to the Beachmaster. We're up to 30 soldiers. Now we take 5 hits, become 4 with the medic. We're down to 26 men. And we can stay here for 3 turns, but the defense value is going to increase from 5 to 7. Okay, let's get our die back. Still just looking for soldiers. Some item points would be nice, but I think actually the soldiers is going to be the best. In this area, I'm actually going to be able to get the flamethrower for free. So, might just do it that way. Let's go for the soldiers. And soldiers. And we use the corporal to reroll. Okay, good enough. All right, we changed the color to blue with the captain. That's 6 plus 5 from the RWE. That makes 11. 11 turns into 5. We go to 31 soldiers. We gain 1 star, 1 courage, and a total of 3 item points with the scout and this. We are up to 18 item points. Okay, so we have 4 stars. We could potentially recruit something, but there is currently not really anything that I want to recruit. So I think we'll skip that. I have the Bangalore torpedo. I'm gonna save that for the last sector. I'm just contemplating which way I should be moving. Let's adjust our unit die first. I'm thinking, oh, here I should have locked 3 dice instead of 2. I'm sure I locked 2. I'm not sure I locked 3. So a little bit of penalty for me for doing that. We can adjust it by removing 1 courage. I have 1 courage here, so let's just do it like that. Not to be cheating. Let's see what we want to do here. I'm not quite sure, to be frank, because I got so many soldiers. I'm thinking of going straight up to the bunker. I need 35 soldiers for that. 35 plus 9, that's 44. It should be doable. It really should be, since I have the Bangalore. You know what? I think that is what I'm gonna do. I also have the Beachmaster. There's no reason not to. So instead of staying, let's go ahead and move up. And I don't buy any item. So we move up. We have to spend 3 courage. So we're down to 8. And we gain 3 soldiers thanks to the Beachmaster. We're up to 34. And then we lose 9 soldiers, which becomes 8, of course, with the Beachmaster. So we're down to 26. We gain 1 random award. And it's jump wings. All units can rally a paratrooper and a pathfinder for free if available, or all units may advance once without spending courage. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is just I'll buy something then with courage, since I do have this whistle and the jump wings. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll. No dice need to be locked in this turn. I think I'm gonna go for item points to get the flamethrower. And it's an awful good roll to waste, but I'm gonna have to save one of these tools. Yeah, I got another one. I think I'll go with that. Okay, so we have an RWB for 5 soldiers. Then we have a total of 8, so that's 13 soldiers. The 13, let's see, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Yeah, 13. 13 goes to 6 soldiers. I go up to 32. And then I gain 2 tools plus the scout. That's 3 tools. That's 6 item points. I go up to 24. There's too much math for me, guys. 24 item points. We adjust our unit die. And I'm gonna go ahead and purchase an award for 6 courage. So we're down to 2 courage now. Let's see what we get. Glider wings. Play during phase 5. All units ignore barriers this turn. Or all units that move gain a fresh troops RWB. Okay, so we're gonna play this during phase 5 as we move. Then we're gonna recruit and we're gonna buy something. For 20 item points, we buy the flamethrower. So we're down to 4. We have 4 stars. Is there something that could help us out? Well, the veteran could, but I don't feel like recruiting the veteran for 3 stars. There's 2 machine gun fire that could turn nasty. I think I'll just stick to that. Okay, so we don't stay in this sector. We go ahead and move. So we move up and we spend the glider wings as we move up. And this is gonna get a little bit confusing, guys, because a lot of stuff's gonna happen now. But first of all, I use the whistle. Or let's go ahead and just use that award instead to confuse you a little bit extra. We use the jump wings. All units may advance once without spending courage. We don't need to spend those 5 courage to move in. And then we use the glider wings. All units that move gain a fresh troops RWB. That's 5 soldiers. And then we gain 3 soldiers from the Beachmaster. That's 8 soldiers. We go from 32 to 40 soldiers. Perfect. However, it does not end there. We now go ahead and use the flamethrower. So the defense value of the bunker is 25. That turns into 15 with the flamethrower. However, we still have a machine gun fire to roll. And we roll a star. So we lose a star. And then we take 15 hits. 15 becomes 14 with the medic. So 14 minus 14 is gonna be 26. I'm pretty good at math, even though I am not good at math, if that makes sense. Okay, we are gonna stay for 1 turn in the bunker and rally some more men, even though we have actually won this now, but let's just do it for fun. I want a high score. Let's just go with the soldiers. I might just ignore that one and hope to get another result of 2 soldiers, which I do get. Perfect. And we'll re-roll these. I'm gonna re-roll that one since it's not flat. And let's re-roll, let's see, one of them with the corporal. That's hilarious. Let's just do like this. We change this one with the white one from the lieutenant. That gives us 2 RWBs. Let's start with the Dead Man's Gift. 17 item points and 2 stars. We are up to 5 stars and 17 item points. We go from 4 to 21. Then we gain 1 more item point thanks to the scout. I think I forgot that last turn, maybe. 5 soldiers from this RWB. Plus 6, that's 11, that gives me 5. We go up to 31 soldiers. Let's get rid of all this stuff, by the way. It's just making things more confusing. Okay, we got everything. We adjust our unit die and we're gonna move again. I have 5 stars, but there's nothing I want to recruit. Let's go ahead and get the grenade. I think we're gonna get, or let's just get the field radio. It's a simple item, 12 item points. We go from 22 to 10, and we get 5 soldiers. I discard it right away. We get 5 soldiers. We're up to 36. Okay, and now we use the whistle. We advance. We gain 3 soldiers thanks to the Beachmaster due to the advance. We don't have to spend any courage thanks to our whistle. And then we deploy the Bangalore torpedo, which reduces this defense value to 0. We have to lose the hero here, however we have the decoy. Sacrifice the decoy to prevent the specialist from being lost. You don't need to have said specialist in your unit. Perfect. So we have sacrificed the specialist we needed to. The only thing that remains now is that machine gun icon. You can see it has the red 6, which means that if we roll a skull, we have to lose a specialist. And we roll a skull, so we lose 6 soldiers, turns into 5 thanks to the medic. We go down to 34 soldiers. And then we have to lose a specialist, and I don't think it really matters which one, but let's just go with Lieutenant because he served his purpose. Oh man, I forgot to change one of my dice back, but it was a white one, so it's okay, no damage done. He had 2 dice left, but they weren't any good, so I don't care. And that means we have survived on the bridge itself, and that also means that we have now beaten the game. We have beaten D-Day Dice 2nd edition, the basic game. We have beaten every map. We have won on every map. We have 34 soldiers left, 2 courage, 10 item points, 5 stars, 6 specialists, and even an item, the wire cutters, which I never got to use. My original plan was to go to the left all the way up here, get the flamethrower for free, use the wire cutters, and get to the bunker. However, we didn't need to do that since I felt already down here that we had managed to rally enough specialists and enough soldiers to be able to storm the bunker and also capture the bridge. So that's it, guys. That's D-Day Dice 2nd edition. You can see in the base game alone, there is a lot of content. Yes, there are a few things here which is not part of the base game. You have the Lieutenant card, the special card, which is something that you get from War Stories. However, this card is still included in the base game, I'm pretty sure. It's just that this special card features the place where you can actually put the dice, which is just a nice feature. But I'm pretty certain that the Lieutenant is part of the base game. Those 2 awards I got is from inside the bunker expansion as well as the paratrooper. So that is definitely an advantage that you get from owning that expansion. I am also pretty certain that the captured motorcycle is an add-on item. And I think it might be from the Atlantic Wall or Gott mit uns expansion. I'm a little bit uncertain. But most of the stuff, 99% of the stuff that you see in the video is included in the basic game. And like, it's just fun stuff to play around with the paratrooper and the capture motorcycle. Yeah, they give you a tiny bit of an advantage, but not that much. When you start adding the modules, the hard ones from the expansions, it's not gonna do much of a difference. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's D-Day Dice 2nd edition. I really hope that you enjoyed these 12 videos and seeing me storm these beaches and fortifications and batteries. I hope that you're subscribed. Otherwise, get subscribed. Don't miss out. Next video, we're gonna do map number. I think I have an idea that we're gonna do perhaps Omaha Beach, as that's a pretty straightforward map. It's not very complicated. Doing that, I could add all the new modules from the expansion without confusing the heck out of you. And then once you've seen the Omaha Beach with the extra modules, we can go on to map number 13 and do all of the Way to Hell expansion maps and then move on to further expansions. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it on YouTube and comment. That's really nice if you do that. If you want to help out a little bit extra, you can become a supporting member of the channel for only $2.99 US a month. Or you can do a one-time donation with PayPal. You'll find my PayPal address in the video description. Or you could just use YouTube Super Thanks. Alright guys, that's it for this time. See you next week for more D-Day Dice 2nd edition. It's gonna be Way to Hell expansion time. Alright, bye.